pop up here. And we
Ooh,
are
Untitled
live.
Live.
Yeah, indeed. What's going on, people? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Let's give it a moment here to catch up.
Yeah, we're 20 seconds into it already.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're gonna give it a minute here to catch up, give people an opportunity to come on in and say hello to us.
All right.
And then there we go. Now I've got it up on my tablet and we are live and I can see me and I can see you and people are going to start trickling in and then they'll start typing and I'll see it on my phone here
All
and I'll
right.
see it a little bit delayed on my tablet.
All right. Well, I'm live in Jacksonville, Florida, sitting in my boat, and nobody can even see it. It's right here.
Yeah. Hey, so you guys in the chat, let me know if you can hear us and see us good. Um what's going on, Miss Rhonda? Let me know if the audio and the video is good. Um because on my end I've got my phone and I've got my tablet. Hey, Aura Walker's in here.
All right. I gave
Yeah,
him a
he's
heads
here.
up.
Yeah. He just typed in. Okay, we look good. The video's good and the sound is good. They said. All
Good.
right,
Good.
all right. Well, hey, it's all good. Thank you, Mr. R. Walk. I want to welcome everyone to the official first ever Captain Dave live interview with him sitting on the what he calls the Jetty Wolf.
Right here.
Yeah, we're going to give him a round of applause. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Right here.
Folks, I got to tell you. Yeah. So, yeah, we got, and then people are going to start, whoever's going to come in, they're just going to start trickling in, Captain Dave.
All
Miss
right.
Rhonda, how are you? Thank you for joining us. So right now we got five people watching our stream here.
All
And for
right.
those of you that don't know, I am trying to be a effective and efficient boat owner and fisherman, right? And I'm trying to live vicariously through this guy, yeah, through this guy to help me to become a better boat owner and a fisherman.
And
So,
I say to them, I teach you everything I know. Why you still know nothing?
yeah, all right, I'm lagging just a little bit, but
Uh,
Captain Dave is all good. Okay, well,
yeah,
this
we
is
joke
where I'm
around a
at.
lot, folks. We joke around a lot, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. Hey, we just
Blake
two
knows
old
what I'm talking
soldiers.
about.
Oh, Miss Rhonda said you seem fun. Miss Rhonda, Captain Dave is some
Oh,
hell of a guy. Let me tell you.
it's all about FUN. FUN.
Yeah,
My
thank
entire
you.
life is just FUN.
Yeah, Mr. Arwalk said thank both of us for our service to our great country. You are
All
welcome,
right.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, but we are here today, Captain Dave,
Yep.
to pick your brain. Now, first off, let me say this: Arwalk and I both. Arwalk is he's known you longer than I, but
Yeah.
we both know the kind of guy that you are, right?
Okay.
Sometimes your patience runs a little thin,
Uh huh.
okay?
Yeah. Uh huh. I will agree.
But
I will testify. I will
yeah,
testify. I'm
but
not one to wait
w-
around.
yeah, but we know that you are a encyclopedia of knowledge, fishing knowledge.
Yeah. I mean, it can take you anywhere. It can take you anywhere. You
Right.
know,
Now, R Walk is calling you a super guy.
a super guy. Well, he's a super guy too. He's a super guy.
Hey, listen, thanks to the two of you, I've got my eye and my ears on my Evinrude.
Well, you're good. You're good. You know, all the TV dudes that were sponsored by Evinrude, all the way to New Zealand with Matt Watson on the Ultimate Fishing Channel in New Zealand, have switched. They've all
Mm,
switched because they had to, right?
right.
Because,
Yeah.
I mean, like you're going to be able to take your engine if you have any issue to a Mercury dealer, and Mercury dealers are going to be running the parts and doing any kind of issues with the Evinrudes from here on out. So
Ah,
you're
okay.
good. You're good.
Yeah.
And how many hours you have on your boat, on your engine?
I think I just hit 400 maybe.
Oh my God. Oh
And it's
my
a
God.
2004.
Oh my God. I mean, that thing still has placenta behind the ear.
Yeah. But hey, listen, to everyone in the chat, let me tell you, I'm going to let Captain Dave give you his credentials. Like, hey, how long you been a charter boat captain, you know, and all that, because a lot of the people on my side, like Miss Rhonda and Weekend RV and Miss Millie, right?
Uh huh.
They love fishing. And I showed them uh, a picture. I showed Miss Millie, Weekend RV, a picture, one picture of a bull red
Mm-hmm.
that you landed, and she just all she could say was, "Oh my God!"
That's what everybody says when they catch one, you know,
Yeah,
because they've never seen a fish. And then some people go, "What's that? Just a giant carp?" Because they got that kind of color to them. You
yeah.
know,
Now, folks, Captain Dave is a charter captain out of Jacksonville, Florida.
one man.
One man show. And as you can see in the banner, I've got his website scrolling along the
Oh yeah,
bottom,
I see.
www.captaindaves.com. If you are interested in going on a charter and you're going to be in or near the Jacksonville area, you go to that man's website, give him a call, do what you got to do, and
Oh
let
yeah.
him take you out to enjoy a day, a half a day of fishing. But let me tell you, Miss Rhonda says, I've been on a boat and I've been fishing, but I never fished from a boat. She
Oh,
never been able to do something to put the two together.
oh. Well, that's all I do. That's all I do. I'll give you the
Yeah.
whole run. I'll give you the whole rundown. Uh, 24 years of doing this as my daily job. Okay,
Mm,
this is what I do. This is it. This and my YouTube channel myself. That's what I do, and produce an income off of both. That's my goal always, is to pay the bills. But as an old friend of mine used to say, who was a commercial fisherman, and I mean so highly successful in his day that he bought trucks, houses, cash. But he
mm,
always said, the old saying is, if you want to make $1 million in the fishing business, start with 2 million, because there's always something that's going to set you back. I mean, it's in any business. If you're in the trucking business, you got 50 trucks out there. Same thing. You're going to have something
yeah.
happen to one, and it's going to set you back. But either
Right. Yeah.
way, I have lived through the recession back in 2008, 2009. It really hit me in September of 2009. That's when that hit. And I thought the world was going to end then, because I am a little bit expecting always something to happen, because there's so much has happened. I mean, I've had engines blow up where I had to outboard engines on my boat. I've had them blow up or have something major happen
Right.
5 days before Memorial Day weekend.
Right. Yeah.
See, that's how in the charter business, many times, there's your big cycle. You do fishing. You do a lot of fishing in between holidays, but holidays are always when people think, hey, Bob and Alice are coming down from Washahegan, let's go fishing. Or that's the people that live in Jacksonville, Florida, they're not the ones always thinking fishing. I don't count on the people that live here to think fishing
Right.
because their neighbor has a boat. They have a boat. It's the people that come into town. And Jacksonville is so big anymore. I mean, we're huge. This city is enormous. The county is the city, and the city is the county. Okay, so they say it's the largest city in the United States by landmass. Okay. So when I got started from the boat ramp that I leave from, literally the boat ramp that I leave from, when I got started, there was 4 of us that called ourselves full-time fishing guides. And now I go down there on a July weekend, on a holiday, 4th of July, and I go, who are all these people? And I know I can look at a group of boats and I know who's in the charter business. I've never heard of them. See, because a lot of guys today aren't coming up through the ranks. I knew so many people when I started in this because I got fired from my regular job because I fished too much. I had a 40-hour-a-week job and I was only there 20 hours a week. That's sort of how I used to work for the state of Florida. And prior to that, I worked for air conditioning contractors. So they gave me an ultimatum. They said, you want to fish or do you want to work here? And I went, well, And then one day I came into work and I bumped into a guy because I was always early, just like I am now. I mean, I'm up at 3:30, 4 o'clock because I go to bed early and I sleep 4 to 5 hours a night. I'm up. I'm ready to go. Okay. I love to live by the motto that I do more before 7 than most people do all day. That's an old Marine Corps or Army motto. I was in the Air Force. When I was in the Air Force, the motto was Air Force, it's a great way of life. We used to call it Air Force, it's a great waste of life. But that's, every service has their motto, right? And my motto has always been do more before 7 o'clock than most people will do all day. That's what my motto is. So I get up early and I like to do things. I've been at the gas station filling up jerry cans of fuel. It's 3:35 in the morning. 3:35 in the morning because I'm up and I'm ready to go. Right. So to make a long story short, I went and I opened up our whole entire shop where I used to work. And I bumped into this guy and he goes, it's my first day. It's my first day here. And I said, really? We really need help. We've been down on guys. We need more guys. We got more work than we know what to do with. I worked at a state university, an up and coming state university. I was building more buildings than we knew what to do with. And we had to take care of the air conditioning, the plumbing and the electrical and all this stuff. And I did air conditioning / plumbing. But it turns out that was the guy who was replacing me. When my boss came in on Monday morning late because he stayed up all night watching Monday Night Football and drinking beer, and he showed up at 9:30 when we're supposed to be there at 7 a.m., he calls me into the office with this other guy. And he says, oh, so you already met your replacement. Well, right then, I never skipped a beat. I was already in the charter business, kind of part-time-ish, and I went, boom, right into full-time, and I've never looked back. Never looked back.
Now let me. We got a bunch of people that can come in now, so let me acknowledge them.
Okay.
Artist on the road, Miss Lady J. How you doing? Thank you for joining us. Avenger, RV Avenger. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Lucky Dog Productions moderator, Miss Sweet Sue is in the house. All right, let's see. We got KNR, Kyle, Miss Ryan. Thank you for joining us. Right, Miss Amy, as always, empath, embracing life. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for joining us. And then let me see. There was someone else that I didn't recognize. Half crazy catfishing is in this live stream.
Hey,
Thank
everybody
you,
knows
half crazy.
I love the cat fisherman. Everybody knows I love cat fisherman.
Yeah, yeah. But
That's a joke,
now,
folks. That's a joke.
yeah, no, that's like you loving bass fishermen. It's
Oh,
never going to happen.
love them. Love them. I was making fun of the muskie fisherman today on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
I was jerking his chain
Now,
all over the place, and he just didn't want to take it.
yeah, yeah. Now, for those of you that are just coming in, that weren't here in the beginning, but you're here now, this is my man, Captain Dave of Cap Dave Sport Fishing Charters out of Jacksonville, Florida. And if you are ever in or near the Jacksonville area and you want to go on a fishing charter, we talking about trout, bull reds, black tip sharks, flounder, whatever. I don't. He's got
All
the.
of it.
He runs the
All salt
gamut.
water.
Not all of it. All saltwater fish.
Yeah.
You reach out to that guy. His website is scrolling along the bottom there, right? He even has a YouTube. How many subscribers you got, Cam Dave,
I
on your
don't know.
channel?
Walk had to tell me the other day. It's like almost like 11,000 or something. I've been
Oh,
doing
oh,
YouTube. I've been doing YouTube since 2000. My first video on YouTube was 2007.
yeah.
2007. Long
Oh,
time
they're
ago.
asking for your YouTube. They're asking for your channel link. That
It's real
Rhonda, that's
simple.
way above what I do.
Captain Dave Sportfishing. You type in Captain Dave Sportfishing in the YouTube short and the YouTube search bar. Boom, you'll find me. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
Now it's
Eh,
not Captain spelled out. It's like my website, CAPT,
right.
and then space Dave's Captain Dave's Sport Fishing.
There
Real
we go.
simple.
If someone can pull that up, and then I think it's got an image of you on your boat, isn't it?
I can't really remember what's at the top of my page. I can't
Mm,
really remember
mm.
what's at the top of my page. You know, you see it
But
all the
if
time, so you can't even remember seeing it.
yeah,
It's kind of like
yeah,
those annotations I put on my own videos that nobody ever reads.
yeah. R Walk, thank you. R Walk says I have a new subscriber. Thank you, Mr. R Walk. Hey,
Yeah,
I
he
lean
told
on
me
you
he
for
checked
my.
out. He told me he checked out your channel. He's been checking it out.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
good, thank you. But if someone can grab Captain Dave's sport fishing charter, type it in the search window up there, and you should see him like on his aluminum boat. If you
yeah,
could
that
post
could
his
be.
link,
Yeah, I wish.
you know,
I
I'm
wish
on
I
my phone.
remember.
I'm not on the computer.
Yeah,
Oh, Rhonda says she has it, but she can't link it from her phone. Yeah, because you know I'm mobile, Rhonda, so I'm on my phone too.
yeah.
But
I'm
somebody
in my
who's on
boat.
a laptop, yeah, yeah. Oh, hold on, artists on the road. Don't you worry. Watch this. Artists on the road. Bam. There we go. Oh, got it. There we go. Miss Amy just posted your YouTube channel link in the chat.
Oh, great, great.
There we go. So now anyone that is interested, they can click that, go to your channel, like it, subscribe it, follow the man. Folks, I'm telling you, I I used to be just a normal fish from the land guy, right? Until I was blessed with that sweet C Pro. And
Yeah,
even once I got the C Pro, I had to uh reach out to Cam Dave to say, hey man, I got this boat. I don't know nothing about it. I need some help. I raised my hand and said, I need some help. And he immediately sent me, hey, you need to go buy this software kit. the cable, the CD, put it in your laptop, plug it into your motor, make sure
Yeah.
that your motor is healthy. You know, the things that you need to do before you get out on the water, folks. Because, hey, I
Yeah.
mean, fishing, you know, we, all of us that enjoy fishing, we enjoy it, but it can turn dangerous if you're not equipped out there on the water. Who we get?
Yeah.
Endless RV. Miss MJ, is that you? Yeah, it is, because you got the little lady dancing. Thank you for joining us. Even though you don't like cat, oh, let's see, half crazy catfishing, said Dave, even though you don't like cat fishermen. He likes you,
No, it's
even though you don't like
it's a
cat fishermen.
long. Let me explain that. It's a long-standing joke on my
Uh-huh.
channel that many of my viewers and commenters know that I only get like the cat fishermen coming on over to my channel when we're talking ugly sticks and things like that. And then, see, here's, there's a way that YouTube works. And I have to admit that, Blake, you probably don't, you know this too. 90% of everybody has no idea how YouTube works. They have no idea because most of the time they're using their phone or something and they're not diving into the mechanics of YouTube. Okay.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I get the cat fishermen coming on. They don't know what Capt Sport Fishing is. They think it's a sporting goods store or something. They don't know I'm a saltwater fishing guide in Jacksonville, Florida. They have no clue. And they start asking me all these questions about, have you ever used this ugly stick, or have you ever checked out this reel, and blah 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 blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, I don't catfish. Because see, as I constantly explain, it's really easy that, let's say, okay, Blake makes a comment on my YouTube videos. I want to know about Blake's channel. All I do is click on his name when he comments. And it goes, ba-boom,
Yeah.
up comes your security service picture, the
Yeah.
truck. I know you got a truck on yours. I don't even know what's on mine, right? On the top banner. And I see his videos, right? So nobody, when they're surfing, takes the time to find out who you are. So that's the joke, is they ask me about these different rods and reels and stuff. And I
Yeah.
go, dude, I'm saltwater fishing for bull redfish, not, and I always call them kitty cats with a K. With a K. That's the
Yeah.
joke, right? So I have nothing against cat fishermen per se, except for when they start asking me questions about catfishing. Hey, I caught an 80-pound blue cat last week. I wouldn't know a blue cat if it came over and knocked on my front door. That's the joke.
Now,
You know.
Jer- Jerry Holly, thank you, sir, for joining us. This here is my buddy, Captain Dave of Captain Dave Sportfishing out of Jacksonville, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
He is my fishing encyclopedia. And I know there are a bunch of people that are in here right now in this community. A bunch of them are RVers and travelers, right? And I keep telling them, hey, listen, if you manage to get down to Florida, Georgia, anywhere near, hey, please reach out to me or you. Between one of us will take them out fishing because a lot of them are up north, the lakes and
Yeah.
stuff. Not too many of them do saltwater fishing.
Well, that's the reason they should, because it's radically different. Radically. You know who I got coming on the 29th? I got a guy from his husband and wife. They're coming from, I believe, Statesboro. Do you know where that is, Blake? Do you know where
Statesboro, Georgia.
Statesboro is?
Yeah,
Yeah, west of Savannah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's driving down here because we're not going till like 10 o'clock in the morning. He's leaving his house. He's driving down here in one day. Yep.
Woo, woo.
Yeah, because
But listen,
I got a 2-hour kids trip in the morning from like 7:30 to
uh-huh.
9:30, and then he's going to show up at 10, and we're going to take off and go do a 6-hour day. Him and his wife.
Oh man.
No
Whoa,
biggie.
Nelly, Miss Lucy. Whoa, Nelly, Miss Lucy. Thank you for joining us.
So what you basically do, if you're ever interested, or you're coming down here because Jacksonville ain't nothing but a speed bump down to South Florida for you, because that's what it is to a lot of people. Many times
Yeah.
you got to pass through Jacksonville on the East Coast to get down to La La Land, as I call it, down there in South Florida, or even Orlando. You have to pass through here unless you're coming from the
Yeah.
Panhandle or something like that. So what I do is advance reservations. You call me, and then we pick a day, and then we go.
So let me see here. All Walk said he's Q&A time.
Oh,
Said
okay. Ready for
I know
Q&A?
what I know what Captain Dave would go with. But Blake, you just hit the fishing boat lotto, 150K only for a boat. What would you buy? Or walk? I have no idea.
What was that again? Say that. What was the question
He
again?
said if I hit the lotto and I got 150,000 to spend on only a boat, what would I buy?
And you don't know. You don't know?
All I know is my C Pro. That's it.
Well, I'll tell you what I need. I need another 150K. I'd use that as a down payment. That would be my down payment, because 150. I'm sitting right now. I'm sitting in almost 150K if I went to go get it again. That's what a lot of people don't realize. When I take you out on a charter, if I had to go buy all this right here behind me, if I had to go buy my boat again, I'm in for 150K right now. So my screen went
Yeah.
small, Blake. My little screen went real
Hold on.
small.
Hold on. Let me see here. I got to fix something here. Wait a minute. Whoops.
Uh-uh.
Oh, come on. Hold
Okay,
on.
now it's double again, but it's smaller.
I'm
It's
trying to
smaller,
fix
but
the bandwidth.
uh, well, I still see you, and I see myself, but we're smaller.
Okay. I'm trying to fix so that it's not soaking up. Okay. Now it's clearer because I shrunk it down. It got clearer to the
Oh,
viewers.
oh, okay. So you don't know what
Yep.
you would
Yep.
buy with
Okay.
150K, huh?
No, sir. Not one bit.
Well, you'd ask me, and I could tell you what you could go buy.
But
I
now
could give
listen.
you.
Wait a minute. We got to get Captain Dave. We already coming up on 30 minutes, so we got to get into your head, sir. Okay.
Okay, go
Now
ahead.
we got to get into your head about fishing stuff. Now, right now, because the weather is changing all over,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
What would be your number one tip for people that are going out right now
Okay.
to catch fish?
From your area to my area. Okay. Let's say Southeast Georgia, or all of Georgia, and all of Northeast Florida and Central Florida. There's one thing that will catch you fish no matter what. I'm not going to say species, because a lot of different species take different skill sets. But there's one thing, and it's this right here. Okay. That right there. That was a live shrimp. If you can get live and or dead shrimp. It is the earthworm of all saltwater fishing in the South, from wherever you can get them all the way down to the coast of Texas, all the way down around the Horn of the Florida, up the Gulf states, all the way to Texas on the edge of Mexico. That is the number one bait. And I got my rod and reel right here because I wanted to show you all what I do. Is the standard operating procedure is what we call a jig and a shrimp. Okay, I don't want to blow it out with my light, but a jig and a shrimp will catch you everything. Now, you have to always have your jig, and the weight of your jig has to be in cohesion with the depth of water that you're fishing. And I was showing Blake, this is for everybody out there, that jig heads, small jig heads with a saltwater rated hook, can be very expensive. Very expensive. But what I do is I've gotten away from jig heads for a jig and shrimp. And what I've done is found a cheaper way to do it. And I go on to eBay and I get these little, put it in the screen here, these little egg sinkers, 1/2 ounce, 3/8 ounce, and you can see an egg sinker slides up and down your line. For $18, I got 5 pounds of these. For $18, you will not buy 5 pounds of jig heads. And because I have thousands of these right here, that's like a 1/0 mustad hook. I've got thousands of them. I have a mono leader. Here's my mono leader. And I put on the egg sinker sliding up and down. And then I put on a preferable live shrimp. Preferable because it's the freshest they make. That's the reason I use a live shrimp. But I will kill it. I'll kill the shrimp by doing this. I take this hook, and shrimp have digits in their tail, just like you have digits in your finger. See how his tail, a live shrimp, his tail wants to bend. Right there. He's got digits. And you take your hook point. I mean, I got to be able to see this here. You take your hook point and you go about 2 or 3 digits up and you go straight down from the center. So your hook is going straight through its back and it's coming out evenly right here on the bottom of the shrimp. Then you take the hook and you bend the shrimp and you hook it right where he's got these walking legs. These are his little legs that he walks along the bottom with. So now when you flip him over, he's in the natural position where when you cast it out, this egg sinker bumps up against your hook here like this. Okay. You cast it out into some current and it'll settle to the bottom. And of course, it'll lay on the bottom just flat. It'll lay on the bottom flat. But then every once in a while, you're going to pick your rod tip up and you bring it up and you let him fall. And he'll fall like this to the bottom. Well, that's the natural evasive maneuvers of shrimps and lobsters and things like that. They snap their tail and they click as they move away. So then, if a fish is nearby that hasn't seen your shrimp, it'll see it pop up off the bottom and the sinker makes a ticking noise when it hits the bottom. Noise to a fish that can't see in dirtier water like we have in Jacksonville, Florida, sound and smell is everything. And that right there I could take anywhere in all of Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia, and I guarantee you, I will bet anybody I will catch fish no matter what. No matter what. That right there.
Now we've had a few more people come in, so I
Okay.
want to Shore V83.
Oh, shore vapor. He don't like to be called shore vapor no more, but he'll always be shore vapor to me. Ryan.
Yeah,
Ryan, his name is, I believe.
Shore V is here. Rayleigh Creative. Now that's Blaine, and he's right next door up in South Carolina. He's about 30 minutes from me north, right across the
Okay.
border in
I,
South Carolina. Miss Vern Acres, thank you. Jackie, that's how she Jacque. So she's Jackie, right?
Jackie. Okay.
That's what I call her. Mr. Jerry Holly, thank you, sir. And look, these people are talking about with that money, they would go and buy them a new RV or a tow vehicle. They ain't even thinking about a boat.
Oh, with the 150K? Yeah, well, you know, fishermen are going to think both. You know.
And then Avenger RV has said he's drowned a few of those shrimp.
Oh yeah. Everybody drowns them. If you're not losing sinkers, hooks, or bait, then you're not truly fishing.
Yeah. Now, because you were dangling that shrimp on the screen, it made everybody hungry. Now they want seafood.
Oh, well, I can't help them with that. No, but
Hey,
that right
hey,
there.
I tell them, man.
That right there. That's the number one fish catcher around here, shore vapor. I know. I believe he's in up in Chesapeake Bay area. But around here,
Oh, Chesapeake Bay in Virginia.
yeah. Well, Maryland, maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's in Virginia. But that right there is the earthworm of the saltwater world for us, and that's how I'll rig them. I got videos of us wearing them out, doing nothing but that. And one of my favorite videos is a Navy helicopter mechanic named Aaron that I took out a lot, and then sometimes with his little boy. And no, 2 years ago on November 13th, I believe it was, we did nothing but this with jig heads or the egg sinker knocker rig. And I mean, we caught everything from black drum to 25-pound redfish. I mean, the first cast, I believe we had a 25-pound redfish. We anchored once.
Yeah.
And even that day, Aaron was reeling in a black drum, and it ran down the side of the boat and got ate by like a bull shark in one bite on the side of my boat. That was something else. We caught, oh man. I live vicariously through my videos, just so everybody knows. I have my favorites that were highly emotional days for me. And that's the ones that immediately come to mind. And it doesn't always have to be the best fish or the most fish. It's just the situation. I mean, I got a video out there that's got so many views, it's ridiculous. It's called Dropped Anchor Once. That was in March. Dropped anchor once. We sat there and killed them, all doing this. Killed them.
Yeah. Now we got like Mr. Jerry Holly, who's up in Kansas there, but he says I must be the world's best fisherman if it goes by what you lose. That's how many fish he loses when he goes fishing.
Well, you know, some fish, like we have certain fish around here that I tell kids when I take them out, and even adults, that there's certain species of fish that have PhDs in bait stealing. They can steal a bait and you won't even feel it. And people are amazed.
Yeah.
They're amazed. They go, how did I just lose my bait? And I go, that's the reason they live in school, because they're smarter than you. They live in schools.
Now, I got to ask you a question here, Captain
Mm-hmm.
Dave, because Vern Acres, Miss Jacquet, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's stuck on this pontoon boat business.
Well, that's okay for freshwater, but
And
not,
I,
you know. Where I am, I see
she's
a
like, she don't
pontoon
want
boat.
nothing to do with no salt water.
Oh, well, that's the reason you go on the Jetty Wolf in Jacksonville, because guess what? You won't have a care in the world. This boat I had my
Yeah,
boat built for the type of fishing that I do. That's how dedicated I was. I bought my boat,
yeah.
had it built in Washington State, and delivered to my driveway from Washington. That's dedication. But when I
Yeah,
see a
yeah.
pontoon boat out where I fish, you know what the joke is? Oh, those people missed the lake by about 60 miles. That's the joke. Every time I see a pontoon boat out where I fish, I see pontoon boats, and I go, oh, they missed the lake. I don't know if anybody got that, but
Boy, oh boy. And now we got Rayleigh, who's Blaine up there in South Carolina. He loves fishing for reds in South Carolina waters off of Hilton Head Island.
oh, I got an aunt and uncle that live in Hilton Head.
Well, there
Yeah.
you go. Yep, he's right up there. All
Essentially,
right, Mr.
Hilton
Jerry
Head.
Holly, he's going to eat him some shrimp tacos now. Thank you,
Uh,
Mr. Jerry Holly. Thank you for joining us.
essentially, those waters in Hilton Head and Savannah and everywhere, Buford, all that is the same as it is in Jacksonville, Florida. The coastline is identical. It's no different. It doesn't get
Yeah.
tropical in Florida until you get about central Florida, where Orlando is. And if you drew a line across the state, south of there is where it gets tropical. I'm in no
Mm,
tropical here. Just like
yeah,
you're in
yeah,
Hilton Head, it's not tropical there either. You know,
yeah,
palmetto
yeah. Well, folks, when
palmetto
I tell
patches
you,
don't make it tropical.
that this guy, I trust this man when it comes to fishing. Boat maintenance. If you're thinking about buying a boat and you got questions, Mr. Orwalk, who's in here, he is
Oh,
a
he's the one.
mechanic. Yeah,
He's the one.
yeah. He's the he, Mr. Orwalk is the marine mechanic. If you
He's my
got
motor daddy.
questions, does he have a?
No, he doesn't have a YouTube
Yeah.
channel or anything. He
Okay.
needs
Right.
to.
Yeah. I didn't think he did.
He's a little what do you call that? Like me with my smartphone. I tell him about pixel sizes and stuff, and he doesn't know what I'm talking about. He doesn't. He's not into camera stuff.
Yeah. Now let me
I
see
was
here.
going to send.
Big John.
Hmm. You know what I was going to do? I was going to get. I saw a sticker, and I still might get it for Orowalk, and it's like a Mr. Goodwrench kind of like symbol or something, and it says
Yeah.
YouTube mechanic. And I was going to send one to Orowalk because he doesn't know, but he plays a mechanic on YouTube too through me because I'm
Yeah.
constantly
Yeah.
badgering him about stuff. You know, there is certain things that
But let
I
me tell you.
would never have been able to do by myself if it wasn't for Orowalk.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did things
Me
that
too.
I never thought I'd do again, ever do. And I bitched and moaned the whole time. Yeah. That's Orwalk's
But we
one
got
patient individual, let me tell you. Very
the
patient
RV
guy.
traveling MIA researcher, Big John. He went to the Gulf in Louisiana. I know you love Louisiana.
Oh,
Last summer and caught a 43-pound redfish and a few that were in the 20 pounds. He
oh
had a
yeah.
blast.
Oh, that's through the roof over there. That's God's country when it comes to redfish, sea trout, all that. I wonder if he can tell us where he went in Louisiana. I'd like to
Yeah,
know
he
where
said
he
he's
went.
got to run. Y'all have a great day. But Big John, if you get a chance, if you can comment when this uploads, let us know where in Louisiana, if you remember exactly where you were, where you caught the 43-pound red and a few that were 20.
Yeah. Because
That would be great. Yeah.
I mean, there's kind of stereotypical places that a lot of people go over there. And then there's some offbeat places that are just maybe not high on the, you know, there's an area over there called Cocodrie, Louisiana, that is phenomenal, but it doesn't get the press that places like Venice or Lafitte or something like that might get. Yeah. I know more about fishing
Mm,
over there sometimes than I know about fishing in Florida, to tell you the truth, because I'm always paying
yeah.
attention to it over there. You know, it actually kind of makes me sick
Yeah.
sometimes to my stomach. They're catching so many good fish, you know, and it's just jealousy.
But with me, right? I've managed to catch reds and trout. I've caught no flounder, and I've caught no sheep's head.
Well, you can do it all on the float rig. It's gets back to that time on the water thing. The old saying, do you want to catch bigger fish? Then go fishing more often. Do you want to catch more fish? Then go fishing more often. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Yeah. Now, Shore V83 said they would love to go to Venice, Louisiana for big yellowfin tuna off of the oil rigs.
Oh yeah, that's easy. That's easy. I mean, they do that like walking down to the park and taking your dog for a walk. Yeah. I got friends that go from here, take their boats to Venice, and leave them over there for 2 months in a mutual friend's yard who has a piece of property down there. And if a guy from Louisiana, from a guy from Jacksonville, Florida, who doesn't even know anything, he lives here, he owns the bait shop that I get all my bait from. He goes over there, runs his boat right out the mouth, goes out Tiger Pass, whatever, the Southwest Pass, boom, goes out there and is catching them up 120, 130 pounders. They're there. All you have to do is
Yeah.
keep your ear to the grapevine, and you catch them. You catch them real easy. My neighbor right next door
Now,
that lives right here next to me went out and they did it, and he caught them up to over 100 pounds. Yeah.
now, Big John said they caught those big reds in Cocodrie, Louisiana.
Oh, Cocodrie. That's exactly what I was
Cocodrie.
just saying.
Yeah.
Cocodrie isn't sometimes as high profile as Venice, Louisiana is. Venice is the last town you could go to on the Mississippi. I mean, that's like the end of the earth. And Cocodrie is a place that I love. You know why I even love Cocodrie? A lot of guys use big aluminum boats like mine out of Coco Marina. Cocodrie is at the end of a
Yeah.
road too. You drive down into the marsh and the road ends. End of earth. The end of the earth. And you're surrounded by water and fish. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I just think about
If
it.
I had the money to do it, I would do like you did and get an aluminum boat build and not do fiberglass ever again.
Yeah, well, I might take that 150,000 that Orwalk's talking about and never really build on it, but go buy me, I don't know, a couple acres over there and then have a double wide put on 14-foot stilts. And then when it does blow away, just go get another one. That's it. Just go get another one. You don't do anything permanent in Louisiana.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no reason to do anything permanent. Just let it blow away and just replace it. Just put insurance on it.
Yeah. Now, Lucky Dog Productions moderator Miss Sue says, "Does Captain Dave do fishing charters out of the Keys?" No, ma'am. He's
Oh,
only out of Jacksonville.
yeah, Jacksonville, Florida, almost 6 to 8 hours from the Keys. I'm closer to Blake in Savannah than I'd ever be to the Keys. I mean, the Keys are so far away. Did we lose Blake? I'm not seeing him. Oh, okay. Blake, you disappeared for a second there. You disappeared for a
Yeah,
second.
it's the reception where I'm at. It'll when it goes, it'll go out. It'll leave you. Then I'll come back.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, any other questions or anything?
Let me see here. Orwalk says, "Hey, would you guys agree to give a shout out to your best viewers present, or not? They will see it, and it would mean a lot to them." So, Mr. Orwalk, all of the people in here that you don't recognize, like like Lucky Dog Productions moderator, R Nations, Rayleigh Creative, Vern Acres. These are all people that are from my side of the house. So I don't have like an individual favorite. Everyone is special and important, and all of them take the time to view our content. And they all know, anyone that knows me that has had any conversation with me knows that I appreciate everyone to the highest standard.
And you know what Orwalk is? I got a thing when you look at your analytics and stuff for your YouTube channel. Orwalk was the number one commenter. Number one
Ah,
commenter. So I have, of course, Orwalk watches, Blake watches. I got Shore V83. I still call him Shore Vapor. He watches a lot. Max, I think he's up in the Carolinas too. He's been watching a long time. Mellow Reel, I did a video there when we were catching bull reds, and we did a dedication to a couple viewers, dedicating that redfish to them. And over the years, I've had lots of like commenters come and go. They kind of leave.
right.
I got Wall Dog down in Orlando. He's been years, it seems like. He's donated to my channel before too, and stuff like that. I believe he's he's in Orlando. I think he's in like the landscaping business or something. So I've had a ton of people. It kind of changes over sometimes, and they seem to go away and then they come back. I watch it with myself. Like I'm a dedicated to several channels myself. And then they might move off. Like I always say, people never watch any of my knife videos. Right. And then I'll have somebody go, "Hey, Dave, I love those knife videos." Well, that's just because
Yeah,
I like knives. I got an idea in my head right now of a knife video
yeah,
that I want to do. But why am I'm sitting on the fence not wanting to do it? Because I think people are going to hate it. You know what I mean? So, but I got
yeah,
lots
yeah.
of
Now,
commenters that are the same, all the time. And
now let me
I
go,
love bantering with them.
let me go
I
ahead to
always
the
tell
comments.
everybody,
So,
when it comes to your YouTube channel, and I want people who's commenting and make comments on YouTube channels, I want them to know, because I look at YouTube as a creator. I don't look at it as a user as much as a guy who does it and puts videos up. That the meat and potatoes of every single video is the comments. You just don't watch the video. You watch the video, then you read down the comments, and you'll learn twice as much because people will ask questions and then questions will be answered. And you see where people
Yeah.
come from. That's where we get that funny joke always about the cat fisherman and ugly sticks, you know, by reading the
Yeah.
comments. The comments are the meat and potatoes of a YouTube channel, you know. They really are.
So let me go here. Big John said they used Tradewinds charter in Cocodrie, Louisiana to take them out on the Gulf for 3 days. Tons of reds and speckled trout.
Oh, they're doing like the overnighter thing. Yeah. Looks like a
That's what
mothership.
he
Man.
did. And then
Huh.
let me see here. Ray Blaine is asking, do you do things from St. Simon's Island?
No, just Jacksonville, Florida. The boat ramp's 4 minutes from my house.
Okay.
No. That
Miss
would take
Vern
a whole
Akers,
other
Miss
thing. That's
Jackie.
fishing licenses. That's different fishing license, different limits. I don't drive my boat far distances to do charters. I do charters in my home turf, just like everybody else.
Yeah. Miss Vern Akers says she's just a group. Miss Vern, Miss Jackie, you're not just a groupie. Okay, so cut that out. Let me go down here. Thank you, Miss Sue, Lucky Dog Productions moderator. Yeah, Miss Jacquet wants to know, is redfish a stronger tasting fish?
No, it's pretty mild. Remember, everything
Okay.
with salt, most saltwater fish is the reason they're good is they're already seasoned.
Okay.
Did
And then we
everybody
got
get that?
Ford Man, aka Kenneth Oaks from King. Thank you, Ford Man, Kenneth Oaks, for joining us on this live stream, man. Hey, let me thank each and every one of you that came and went, came and stayed. I really appreciate the support. This was the first time anyone has ever sat down and live stream and interviewed that guy to talk about some fish and stuff. And folks, like I said earlier, and I say it again, if you are ever in the Jacksonville area, you're going to be passing through, camping out, whatever the case, you just taking a vacation or you just want to go on a fishing trip, please do not hesitate to reach out to Captain Dave. His website is there. Miss Amy has been putting his YouTube channel in the link. The man has been doing this for what, over 20, 25 years?
It's my 25th year's coming up. Yeah.
Yeah.
24 right
He
now.
he's got thousands of subscribers. He's got thousands of videos. He's been doing this YouTube. He's been putting this knowledge on YouTube for a long time. And I soak it up because I don't want to go out in my boat and burn the fuel and don't catch nothing but water, right? So
Yeah.
I
Just
want to at least catch
here's what I
something to
want.
say.
Here's what I want Blake to do. I want him to get this right here, this little setup right here. Okay. And I want him to go out with his new fancy bait casters and pitch nothing but this along some shoreline in his area and tell me with 2 or 3 dozen of these shrimp that he ain't going to catch something. If you don't catch anything, it's you got numb hands. Your hands are numb.
Oh boy. Captain
That
Dave,
right there.
Captain Dave, we got a comment down below that you are not going to believe.
Uh-oh. What?
Avenger RV Adventure, the man himself, dared to type in a live stream that an ugly stick is for catching bluegill.
What? No, they make all kinds of stuff. They make Snoopy rods. They make bluegill rods.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the
But
number
there's so
one.
many. Ugly stick has so many different rods for different species.
Oh yeah,
Species specific,
they
like
make
my
every
striper
rod in the
rods.
world. Yeah, ugly
Yeah,
stick
yeah.
globally is the #1 rod brand name in the world. The world. They have their own factory or something in the UK building ugly sticks different than here, just for the UK and Europe. I would like to have some because they're really cool. You know how you always like everything? The grass is
Yeah,
always greener on the other side of the fence, you know?
yeah, yeah. Oh, Miss Sue didn't know what an ugly stick was. Yeah, Miss Sue, it's a fishing pole, a brand of
Brand.
a fishing pole.
Yeah.
Bob's Adventure, what's going on, brother? Yep, Avenger answered it. Let me see. My wife might say an ugly stick is something I got hit with at some point in my life. Blaine.
What your wife
But
said that?
no, Blaine's wife.
Oh.
She might say that an ugly stick is something he got hit with earlier on in life.
Oh yeah. Some of the
And Miss
best
Vern
ugly
Akers, Miss Jacquet.
Hey, some of the best ugly stick commercials are pissed off wives taking their husband's fishing rod, bending it because it's so strong, bending it and contorting it, throwing it into a garbage disposal or a trash compactor and saying, "You're not going fishing, you're cutting the grass." And then the wife walks away and he pulls it out of the garbage disposal or whatever, and it goes boing. And he turns around and grabs his tackle box and walks out the back door. One of the
Yeah, yeah.
ads for Ugly Stick was the wife taking all the rods and feeding them to the like pit bulls and Dobermans and stuff in the backyard, and they were chewing on them. And the guy goes out, gets his rods, and walks out and goes fishing.
Oh
Very,
boy.
very
Oh
creative
boy.
marketing. Very creative marketing. You don't see stuff like that anymore.
So, or walk. Okay, Blake, tell us about New Vision Security and how you would like to expand your channel. So, or walk, New Vision Security Services. My wife and I, we started that. I mean, geez, 2008 or nine, somewhere in there. As a soldier, I saw that there was a lack of electronic security, even though we lived on the installations. Um, People think you live on a military base, there's no crime, but that's opposite of the truth.
That's what I did in the
Is
Air
that
Force.
yeah, is that crime is all over whether you live on base or not.
Oh
So
hell yeah!
I paid a company to come in and install a security system, and I'm an electrical engineer by trade. That's what I did before I joined the military. And so I was used to wiring houses, wiring buildings, doing all that stuff. The only difference is this is just low voltage. So um, we, I had a company come in, put a system in, and I'm watching the installer do it, and I'm saying to myself, I can do what I just paid him to do. The question was, how do I get my foot in the door to become a
Oh,
dealer, right? So, oh,
oh.
did we lose you?
No, I was just playing with my light. I was
Oh,
just
okay,
playing with my
yeah.
light.
So, um, I did a little bit of research, started ordering equipment, started learning how to program the equipment, wire it up, doing that stuff, and then we did our house, and then a neighbor would ask us about it, and I would put up a surveillance system, even though we lived on post. Neighbors would ask about it. Housing didn't care as long as I took it down and there were no holes when we left. And so it became a thing that I would set it up when we PCS somewhere, and when we went to leave there, I would take it down. And as I did that, our neighbors would be intrigued by it and saying, "Hey, what does something like this cost?" And I would give them a price, and they would say, "I want it." And that is the basis of how New Vision Security Services started. And to this day, it's just my wife and I. We have the same concept.
Huh. Oh, did I lose Blake? Huh.
Oh, there we go. We have
Yep.
the same concept, one customer at a time. We're not a big business where ourselves we own it, and that is what we do.
Well,
So
that
I don't
answers.
look for like how to purposely grow my channel. I just put out information and I do stuff like this. Hey, Captain Dave, has anyone ever interviewed you and talked to just sat down and talked about what you know and what you do? And this is what I do. And we end up just sitting, talking, having a great time, just like you and him talk. And it just grows from there. And I don't put a bunch of work and a bunch of whiz bangs, right, into something.
So, all right. Well, I can tell when Gary answers or asks a question because it's always an in-depth question.
Yeah.
I can always tell.
Yeah. Yeah. You're very welcome. He said, That's great, Blake. You're providing a vital service. God bless. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I do it. And we ain't, a lot of jobs I'll go and do, and I do the job at cost because the people are looking to get some help and they don't have a lot of money to get help. And I refuse to be like the big name alarm companies and make them sign a 5-year contract at $80 a month, you know, and ripping them off. And then if they got a problem, it takes you 2 weeks to send a service tech out to even diagnose the issue. So we just don't do that.
Hmm.
Let me see. Big John, we were on the golf fishing. We caught a bunch of sea cats, but threw them back. Are they very good to eat?
No, I've never put a knife to one because there's so many other species. Saltwater catfish aren't like freshwater catfish. They're part of the trash can slam. That's what I call
Yeah.
them. Part of the catfish. I just had guys on the boat the other day. I mean, all week last
Yeah.
week, and we catch saltwater catfish. And I shoot them right off the hook with my fish flipper device, and I just shoot them off the hook. And they go, "What are you doing?" I said, "Man, that ain't nothing. But it's a catfish." When somebody sees a catfish, they immediately think it's some kind of great fish to eat. I don't know anybody who eats saltwater catfish. Nobody. I mean, yes, there's a difference between if I was on a deserted island somewhere or if I'm on my boat in Jacksonville, Florida. There's a huge difference. Huge difference.
Yeah. Now,
Deserted
Orwalk
island?
says, call him the Chris Wallace of YouTube.
Who? Oh,
Orwalk.
he's far from Chris Wallace. Chris Wallace. Chris Wallace. That's getting into a whole nother subject there, that guy.
Yeah. Crazy Shepherd, thank you for joining us on this live stream. You have 8 cameras that your son put up, and you caught a ghost on it, and you went on it went on the Travel Channel. Man, I tell you,
You caught a ghost on a security camera?
on the surveillance cameras, yeah, you can see like orbs and mist and stuff. Yeah, yep,
Huh. My
yeah.
cousin
Well,
swore that she saw ghosts in the cemetery down in St. Augustine, Florida. And she
I
took
believe it.
pictures of them. And it was when she took a picture of them, there was these like squiggly things in the photograph. But I mean, it was at night. It was at like night.
Yeah,
And there was these things moving. And she hit it. So it simultaneously just took one picture after another,
right.
after another, after another. And that thing was like
Yeah,
moving across, dancing in the camera lens. Oh, it was freaky. Freaky.
yeah.
There's
Let me
people
see here. We
buried
got
down in St. Augustine that are from, 1599.
Yeah. Let's see here. I don't want to miss anybody's. Yeah, Big John said they were fun to catch. Biker Don said, love seeing Captain Dave on my channel. Biker Don,
Oh,
thank you,
Biker
man.
Don, he's
Thank
a
you
regular
for,
commenter. That's a regular
yeah,
of mine. He's a regular commenter of mine.
hey, he came to see you, Captain Dave. He
All right.
came to see you.
I was afraid he
Yeah.
wasn't going to see me.
No, he's in here. He just commented.
Good,
Ray
good,
Blaine,
good.
yeah, man. Hey, give me a call, shoot me a text, Blaine. What we'll talk about it, man. We'll go over it. He's asking about some security cameras for his church.
Uh,
Um, Avenger. Let me see here. So, all right, we're at an hour and 10 minutes. I don't want to drag this on. We said we were going to do a sweet 1 hour with that man, the Jetty Wolf
oh, that was
himself,
easy.
Captain Dave of Jacksonville, Florida. Folks, once again, if you are looking for fishing information, please visit his YouTube channel. The link has been posted several times in the chat. His website is scrolling down there along the bottom, captdaves.com. Captain Dave, I want to thank you for allowing me.
Hey, we'll do it again.
Yeah.
We'll do it again.
Yeah. Thank
Now
you
that
for
I figured
allowing
out my
me to
smartphone.
oh yeah, you have a smartphone. Wait a minute. All Walker's asking a question. Have to ask the difference between the fishing regs in Georgia and Florida. Are they close? Would you agree that one rule should federally be applied?
Oh, no,
Um,
they're different. They're totally different. Totally
yeah,
different.
yeah,
Totally different.
yeah. We
Georgia
have
is,
we're allowed to keep a lot more fish than
yes.
Dave down in Florida.
Oh, yeah. Here's Georgia's coastline. This big. Here's Florida's coastline. This big. That's the reason.
Off the screen. Yeah.
Here's how
Our
many
epic
here's
RV
how many
adventure.
big cities. Here's how many big cities are on the coast of Georgia. How many big cities are on the coast of Florida? That's the difference. That's the difference.
Yeah. Yeah, he said that's not right. I know it's not right. It doesn't make any sense since we're so close, Orwalk, but Georgia we can keep a lot more fish
Oh yeah.
than and we talking about the same species
Yeah. Same exact
compared to
species.
yeah,
Yeah.
compared to Captain
Totally.
Dave down in
Even
Jacksonville,
South
Florida.
Carolina. Even South Carolina is different than Georgia radically. Can be radically
Yeah.
different. You
Now,
know.
our epic RV adventure, Michael and Miss Shelley, thank you guys for coming in. They are also RVers and they were just in Florida. So just to give you a recap, our epic RV adventure, Captain Dave here of Captain Dave Sportfishing Charters is out of Jacksonville, Florida, and he has been my boat mentor since I bought the boat on how to set the boat up, my fishing gear instead of having a bunch of different stuff. Now I'm simplifying my operation so that I keep my rods and reels the same. Everything is laid out and everything is very organized. You're welcome, Orwalk. Oh, that's right. Michael used to be a commercial fisherman.
Oh.
That's right. Our epic RV adventure. That's right. Thank you for reminding me, Michael. He used to be a commercial fisherman years ago. He's an Air Force guy too.
Oh yeah.
Captain Dave here is Air Force
Yeah.
or ex Air Force, however you want to word it.
Yeah.
Yep, yep,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, folks, we're going to get out of here. We're at an hour and 13 minutes. We have burned the clock. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed having Captain Dave here on this live stream. I had a great time. I always have a good time when I sit down and shoot the crap with you, Captain Dave. You
All
know,
right. Me too.
thank you everyone for being here. Thank you, Captain Dave, for being here. And we will definitely do this again sometimes. Please check out his YouTube channel and also his website if you're interested in doing any kind of fishing charter out of Jacksonville, Florida. All right.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
As
We
always,
do it all
folks.
at Captain Dave's Sport Fishing on YouTube. That's for sure. I mean everything.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I do a
yeah.
little of everything, really.
Yeah, yep.
No,
As
no
always,
real,
folks.
no cooking.
No, yeah,
No
he ain't
cooking.
cooking.
I don't do
As
cooking.
always, folks, you guys have another enjoy this blessed day that you're still in. Have another blessed day, week, month, year, and we will see you at the next one. Take care, folks.
Bye.